Real Madrid have won this competition 12 times. Barca and Bayern Munich both 5. Liverpool, despite Stevie Nicol missing that penalty in the shootout, have won 5 altogether. Juve 2 to their name as well. And remember, we're at the stage where everybody can play everyone, which of course could mean a Classico, Sid. It's weird. You look back and you have to go back to 2011 for the last time these two teams met in the Champions League. It was during that period where you felt that they met each other every other week. Would you like to see a Classico in the quarterfinals?
To be honest, no, because of everything it brings with it. I mean, it would be incredibly exciting. I suppose in a way there's that thing of looking at the teams in the competition now and thinking if they weren't to play each other yet, would there be a good chance of them meeting each other in the final? The answer, I suppose, is yes. And I think a lot of people would rather it was a final rather than a quarter-final or semi-final. Although, of course, it's also true that when you talk to the fans, and it was interesting listening to some of the Barcelona fans coming out of the stadium last night, interviewed by Spanish radio and so on, for example, saying things like, I'd rather play Real Madrid now, because in the final, as a one-off game, we think they'd beat us, but we feel that we're stronger than them, and so we would beat them over 2 legs. I think the reality is they don't want to face Real Madrid at all. I don't think Real Madrid want to face Barcelona at all. But, of course, if they're not going to trust anyone else to clean them out of the way, at some stage it may well happen.
No question, they prefer to avoid each other, but from a neutral, from a fan's point of view, Stevie, would you like to see them meet?
Absolutely love it.
Yeah?
Fantastic, yeah. Probably the two favourites, certainly not in the bookies' eyes, but certainly in my eyes. If there are two teams, never mind just one team you don't want to face, Barcelona, Real Madrid. For everybody else, get one of them out.
Is there a dream draw that you'd like to say, a dream matchup, Paul, that you'll be praying for tomorrow when those balls are drawn?
Not particularly praying. I don't want to see Barca and Real Madrid together. I want to wait for later on in the tournament. I think a nice game would be Roma and Liverpool. I think that'd be a fantastic game.
What? Of all of the matchups you could have, you want Roma and
because
Liverpool?
Of the links.
Do you want Manchester City, Barcelona? No. Bayern against Real Madrid?
I love Roma, by the way. Thank you very much.
Come on, Paul.
Look, the games that can be matched up, of course you want to see Man City against Barca, you want to see Barca.
So why did you say that?
Because I don't want to see those games in the quarter-final. I want to see them, like Sid said, in the final. I want to see City-Barca in the final. I want to see Real Madrid-Barcelona in the final. I'd like to see, you asked me a question, because of the connection, because of Boston, with the two clubs, I'd like to see those two clubs going at it.
Roma, Liverpool?
Shut up.
Well, for what it's worth, I'd prefer to see a Classico later on in the competition.
Thank you very much indeed, Dan.
We're in the quarter-finals, aren't we?
Yeah, but I wanted...
You could ask him whatever you want.
Please. What's wrong with seeing it now? What's the difference?
I just
what
feel...
difference does it make?
I feel from the semi-final or in a final, it just means more.
Yeah.
It just has a greater significance.
He wants one of those teams out,
by the time you get to the quarter-final of the Champions League, every single second of every minute means everything.
And every round is more important. Every round has more weight to it. That's all I'm saying.
As Sid says, in a one-off game, Barca don't want Real Madrid. But how about we get 2 games, Barca, Real Madrid?
Instead of just one. What about the semi-final then? In the semi-final. That's what I said, semi-final and final.